It is I, the Poptimist, and it's official. I am the king of all cheeseburger media. The award-winning Poptimist brings you a very exclusive boots-on-the-ground encounter of the opening of In-N-Out Burger in Tennessee. In-N-Out was opened in 1948 by Harry Snyder in a tiny 10x10 drive-through stand, and he revolutionized the fast food chain by creating the first two-way speaker box. People could order a burger without ever leaving their car, and the wild part, they've never drifted away from what made them iconic. Burgers are still made to order, shakes are still made with real ice cream, associates are still treated like family. And now, the legacy officially arrives in Tennessee. Just like every In-N-Out across the country, everything served there comes straight from their own supply chain. Patties are made from 100% American beef, whole chunks, cut and ground in-house by In-N-Out butchers. Nothing is ever frozen. Produce is prepared fresh daily. And the fries, potatoes, mash them, boil them, stick them in a stew. In this instance, they're hand-diced from whole potatoes right in the restaurant. Each Tennessee location will employ around 75 associates at launch with a starting pay of $17.50 an hour, with more hiring to come as demand grows, which demand will grow. Every store features a single drive-through lane and indoor seating for 74 guests, along with a covered patio for around 30 more. As always, In-N-Out will be open from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. and 1:30 on Friday and Saturday nights, because greatness keeps late hours. Today is December 10th, a day which will live in cheeseburger infamy. Location opened up. It had been hyped up for a couple of years. People were very excited. It was an honor to be invited out, so thank you very much to In-N-Out. Did I mention that this was a very exclusive event because it was extremely exclusive? Invite only. The Poptimist got the invite. The award-winning Poptimist got the invite. We got there this morning probably around, I would say, maybe like 7 or so. It was very cold. Maybe it was a negative 50 degrees out. That's not an exaggeration. It's the absolute truth. Me and my cameraman, Nate Roberts, he was there. And we were out there waiting along with the other media. Very fun, waiting to see, all the employees. They were shuffling around inside. Everybody was very excited. You could feel it in the air. There was a closed-off parking lot, or not a closed-off parking lot, but like a staging area that was catty-corner from the restaurant for the drive-thru. It was my first time trying In-N-Out. I had never tried it before. I thought it was excellent. It is worth 100% the hype. What's your name?
Cohen.
Cohen. Is this your first time having In-N-Out?
It is.
What do you think?
It was great. It was worth the wait and time it took. It was great food, good food. Come back again.
What did you get?
I got a double-double with animal fries and a vanilla shake.
Was it satisfying?
Satisfying.
Overall, it was an incredible experience. It was cold. It was early. I've never had a cheeseburger for breakfast before, so many firsts were had today. But it was wonderful. The menu is very simple. There's not a lot to it, but there's allegedly a secret menu. I don't know any of the secret stuff yet. Like, they just advertise on the menu. You'll be able to see it. It has, cheeseburger, hamburger, fries, shakes, sodas, and that's it. And then you have to do your special order of how you want it. So I was really impressed with that. I think any restaurant that has a small menu and such a loyal, rabid fan base is impressive to me. People are excited for this. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Man, like I said, born and raised in Southern California. I grew up on eating In-N-Out. Being a little kid, mom and dad taking me to In-N-Out, which was a huge thing, and just kind of growing up on it. Every time when I would go back home, right, because they didn't have them here in Tennessee, I'm there 9 days. I'm eating in and out 9 days.
It means that they do what they do well. They had a merch booth outside like it was a concert venue. People were cheering. They were excited. I'd never seen anything like it. It was cheeseburger anarchy. Well, it's been so hyped up that they were moving to Tennessee, and the local buzz throughout all of Middle Tennessee, it's hearing about it constantly. Everybody's talking about it. Can you talk a little bit about the hype?
You know, I wasn't gonna run down here on opening day. I was gonna give it a few months to die down, you know, but I couldn't help myself. I had the morning free, and I thought I'm gonna come experience, just see what it's all about, you know, see the excitement.
Get a cheeseburger at 9 in the morning?
Yeah, I did not expect to even be able to order food. I thought, you know, there'd just be insane hordes of people, you know, as expected.
They're moving pretty quick out there.
They are moving very quick, very efficient. I didn't expect it to be so well planned. I mean, In-N-Out would do something well planned, but just the way they executed it was flawless. It was awesome.
Anyway, very special episode today because in addition to going to In-N-Out, recently filmed an episode with my friend Dan Klug, who you might remember from being a past podcast guest. I think this was his third time on, and we did some musical performances as well, which was super fun. Got to play bass on that with his band, The Fundamental Sound. Christian Northover is on drums. Christian and I used to play in the Weird Sisters together back in the day, as the old timers say. But without further ado, here is Comfort Food by The Fundamental Sound. Today we have Dan Klug of the Fundamental Sound. It's nice to have you in person for one of these.
Thanks for having me, Taylor. Always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure, dude. We've had a marathon going right now. We went to go see the Weird Sisters last night. You flew in yesterday.
Yeah, Weird Sisters are killing. Unbelievable.
Yeah. What did you think of the show?
I thought it was great. The first band was really good, too. Forget their name. They're kind of like a dancey, jam bandy kind of band.
Yeah.
The Weird Sisters, man, they had that LCD sound system vibe to me. And there's
Yeah.
something about, I think, pumping synths through really nice sound systems that just gets me. So, yeah, I was into that.
It's cool, man. It's an experience to see them. That's why I wanted you to see it. Plus, it was at the American Legion, Post 82.
Yeah, that was awesome, too.
Over in East Nashville. And you walk in there, it looks like an old movie set, like
Totally.
something out of a Coen Brothers movie.
Those places are special because they're, not a lot of them anymore. And a lot of venues are shutting down, so hopefully they can make the long. They've already done the long haul, but hopefully they can survive much longer.
Yeah. And then today we had a rehearsal for our gig that we have tomorrow, and we're squeezing in this podcast in between. Man. So we've just been fucking going, dude. I am so unbelievably tired. I feel like I'm half-assing everything that I
man,
do
you
right
sound
now.
great. I'm so unbelievably grateful. Thank you for making this happen,
dude.
And,
of course.
The gig life is tricky, but when you have like one well-paying gig, you can try to make as many things around it possible, and that's what we're doing. So I appreciate you, man. For real.
Yeah. I'm excited to show off some of the things that we worked on. I don't know which ones we're gonna put in the podcast yet.
Which takes come out good.
Yeah,
there's definitely some good ones in there.
Yeah, there's some good ones, but yeah, dude, I'm just super stoked. I mean, I think this is your third appearance on the podcast, first time in person.
I think that's right. Yeah.
And this will be our second time playing together.
Yep.
Like on a gig, because a couple of years ago we played at Cheekwood, which is what we're doing tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
The gig will have already come and passed by the time this comes out, but it was super fun last time. They had all those pumpkins out, and they have
the seasonal decor well there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's super fun. But yeah, man, your tunes are fucking killer, dude.
Oh, thank you, man. That's very nice.
Because the way that we originally linked up is I just saw you posting lo-fi Grateful Dead covers, and it was you as a trio of playing the whirly, playing the drums, and also playing bass as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I hit you up and said, you guys are really good. And you're like, it's just me. And we had talked, and I booked you on the show, and eventually we did that gig together. And now it is what it is today, dude. I feel like we've started a friendship because of the podcast, man.
And,
I feel so fortunate.
Where most good friendship starts the internet, man, for real.
Yeah.
But no, for real, it's a cool thing to connect with people. And look at us. We're in a podcast studio in Nashville now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it gets crazier too as you age. It's just your perspective starts to be different in everything that you're doing.
I could not agree more. And yeah, I think like to that point, like the older you get as a creative person, like the more you kind of have, I think like an appetite. I think to like just personally try stuff out, like because you kind of know how stuff works for the most part. Because I know I've like tried and failed at a lot of things, so it's like all right, I think I can make this version work. They're like simple songs, hire good musicians, we will sound good.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Versus, maybe stuff I did when I was younger. It's like, I need to write like odd time signature songs because that's what good music is. That's just not true.
Well, you start to realize that there's a formula for what you're good at.
Exactly. That's well said.
There was a bunch of things that I did in my 20s that wasn't working, and I feel like in a way, I've kind of slid back into that now that I'm just freeballing again. And I'm trying to, it's that I'm actually climbing the mountain again now.
Yeah.
You get
momentum, too. That's the other thing. What you're doing is working. So I was like, all right, I'm going to, think of other ways to do this. And that's my feed as well. It started off with me just, filming myself. Then I had some of those, pick stitch type apps with, 3 of me. And then I, learned how to do video editing. So now it looks like there's 3 of me in the same room.
Yeah.
So it's a similar thing. It's like, okay, this is fun. I like it. And it's a good outlet for creativity. And, now it's working the way it's working. Same thing with your shit, too. It's just happening.
Video editing.
Because you're making it happen.
Is the biggest bitch in the world.
And I say, I scratch the surface, dude. I don't even touch, the majority of the capabilities of. I use a Final Cut, but like I just do what I do, and it works for me, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Well, you start to figure out what you need in that formula too, and like what your tools are and what works. Because you were kind of talking about the reason that you use like a whirly. Like, when did you first start playing one of those? What was the reason for it?
Honestly, it's sound and feel are the answers to those questions, but like it's just like it feels good. It sounds like butter. I just love it. It's just like it just gets me. You know what I mean? Like I have a Fender Rhodes too, which I play a lot on other things too. I actually learned a lot of my piano playing on a Fender Rhodes that I still have, and that's got its space for what I'm trying to do too. But like the Wurlitzer just kind of, I don't know, just kind of grabbed me, you know, and it's just I love it. A friend of mine had one. We were talking about this. These are like, you know, Whirlies are like, you know, $5-6 grand, like fully set up. They're not cheap anymore. My friend of mine found a mint condition one for like $20 at a tag sale in Rhode Island, and he was like, and he's just like a gear junkie, like most people are, I think. And I went over to his house and I played it, and it's just like got me. The second I played it, and
Were you in college?
I was living in Boston at the time, so I was out of college. And like the cool thing about the Whirly to me too, in the Rhodes as well, is that like it doesn't need to be plugged in to make sound. That's not going to sound great, but like as a musician or somebody, you can hear the music come out and what the kind of the soul of I think the instrument kind of is. So that was the first time it got me. And then when I started doing, you know, the compositional stuff for the fundamental sound, it just works. I really like it, and I still like it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's all a process.
You try different shit too. I have like a couple of songs that just like I like acoustic piano with reverb on it a lot. Like that tune Planetariums like that on the first record.
Dude, yeah, it's
just like I like that. Sounds like a piano in a church or something like that. Like
that's
I love that sound.
My favorite of your originals. Either that or Comfort Food, which we were talking about, which we were trying to get through that
and
today.
Not easy to communicate about how it works either on my behalf. But yeah, those are good. I like those tunes too. So thank you.
Yeah. It's just like I know what I do now as well, or what I do well rather. And I'm like, I just need a Fender bass with flat wounds.
Stick with what works, right?
Yeah,
it feels good. It sounds good.
It
like
sounds
whatever.
good. Sounds right. And it's like I'm trying to figure out now, you know, just the nitty gritty of working here, and because I've been pretty much in this space for a year, working with Kneecat and like filming the show here, and the Halloween specials are always. It was a big learning experience last year because I'd never done a full scale production like that before. So there's always something kind of new that comes up with it, and experiencing the same thing right now. By the time this will probably come out like after the special's out, but I've been putting a lot of time and effort into that as well, and I'm just excited to be doing shit, man.
It's good, man. Me too. And I think like what you were just talking about, like I think what helps in the creative path is like sometimes having a vision. Like what you want it to look like your Halloween special. Like I'm sure you like know what that's visually looking like in your mind, even though maybe when you started doing what you were doing, you had no idea you were even going to do a Halloween special. And that's like the same thing with my the fundamental sound. I just kind of started putting my ideas down, and then it started to take shape. And now I have this vision of like how it should sound and look. So I think it kind of snowballs from an idea, and then like eventually you kind of take control of that if you like it. And that's where like I think you make the most progress, like being here playing with you.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it's always fucking effort. You know, I've been going hardcore for the past couple of weeks and really haven't had a day off. I'm going to take a day off on Sunday, which I'm very much
well deserved
looking forward to. But yeah, man, it's all just a process. I'm super stoked to just be doing everything that I'm doing now. And
yeah.
Even though I'm tired as fuck, dude, my brain, like normally I'm able to like get into the zone. I'm trying to get into the zone now. But we're going to go to Dalt's, which is one of the best restaurants in Nashville.
Yeah, tell me about it. What's so good about it? Is it the hot chicken? Because the
No.
hot chicken is a little too hot for me sometimes.
Overrated.
I like it. I really do. But, like,
Nashville hot chicken
it's
is
just hot, man.
over fucking rated.
Oh, hot take. I didn't say that. I think it's great. It's just not
I'm
always for
saying it.
me.
Yeah, but you know what? I do really have a Northeast palate still because the place that we're going is like a diner. It's a rarity here.
Cool with me, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I'm from, so I know what a good diner when I see it.
Yeah. Do you ever get like inspired by films or soundtracks or anything like that?
Always, man. Lifelong dream of mine is like scoring ski films. So I love Warren Miller movies. I always have. A friend of mine actually put some of my music in one of his latest releases. It's a snowboarding movie called Dream Season. Shout out to my friend Drick. Lost World Backcountry, I think is his handle on Instagram. But if you go on my profile, you can see it. So that was like kind of like the closest I ever got to it. But yeah, I love the. I think motion and sound go hand in hand. So it's always an interesting thing to kind of marry those things. And I also think I pay attention to unique scores. Like, you ever seen the movie Dunkirk?
Yeah.
It's just like a bunch of like kind of stuff.
Droney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like,
yeah.
it sounds like a factory moving or something like that throughout the whole thing. And then I really like the soundtrack for Birdman. The drummer, it's all drums. Antonio Sanchez, who's like one of the best drummers on the planet. And it's just like literally him playing the drums to, what's his name in that? I'm going to say Tim Robbins. Is that Tim Robbins? Kevin, the original first Batman?
Batman.
What's his name?
Fucking
Michael Keaton.
Michael
Yeah,
Keaton.
it's Michael Keaton in that. And like, she's just like running around like being a crazy person. He's just like shredding the drums. So anyway, I pay a lot of attention to music and films. But yeah, I would love to get my hands on some of that stuff. I actually like pushed a lot of her. I've been in a lot of like bidding on commercial music placements. I've had a couple like opportunities that like came very close but never actually came through. And I like, it's really
It's a story of
it's just
life,
a story
dude.
of every life. It's like, hey, I got this call from like JetBlue. I was like, sounds great. Then they were like, send me some music, and I sent 4 tracks. And they're like, great, send me 80 more. And I was like, 80? This industry is, and that's just how the commercial music world, I think, functions, or at least when I was like focusing on it a handful of years ago. But back to what we're talking about, like I just kind of got to like I should just make my own music and hopefully someone want to put it in a film because like I can do that. This is what I do, and like that's where I kind of focus my energy versus like making an airplane commercial sound or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's always been something I've been inspired by, our film soundtracks. There's a great new soundtrack out for Tron Ares.
Oh yeah,
Eric, if you haven't seen it, you have to listen to it. It's 9 Inch Nails.
see that Bad Sisters could be a good fit for that, right?
What is it?
What was
Weird
it?
Sisters?
Weird Sisters, my fault.
Yeah.
The Weird Sisters. That sounds very Tron-like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But the soundtrack is badass. It's really, really cool. Yeah, and I'm not
Trent
like.
Reznor's still making great music.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I know it's like kind of a corny movie, but like the Social Network score is really good.
it's really good. Yeah, it's other level.
It's just like vibes, you know, and like it's spacey Trent Reznor still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. The soundtrack is so good that I might see the movie. I don't like Jared Leto. Like, I'm not a Jared Leto fan, really.
I'm indifferent on him. I don't know. Whatever. I don't not like him. I'm not just like I gotta go see Jared Leto though. Like whatever.
Have you seen the new Superman movie?
I've not
Dude.
seen a movie other than like a kids movie in a while.
Yeah.
What's the latest movie I saw? I think the last one I saw was that Scorsese movie.
Killers of the Flower Moon?
Yeah, that 4-hour whatever thing.
Yeah.
I liked it, but it's long.
I haven't seen that one yet. I do like Martin Scorsese a lot.
I have a hot take on Scorsese.
What's that?
First of all, I love him. However, I just feel like he doesn't respect the audience. He doesn't care. Like, these movies are too long.
Dude,
He has
yeah.
like The Irishman, the Flower Moon. It's like, yo, you need to either cut this or have an intermission. Like,
Yeah.
I can't sit there for 3.5 hours watching a movie. I just have to get up and like even just like go to the bathroom or something like that. And then
Yeah.
I miss an important part. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it
The
more
last
the
hour
second or third time I watched it.
was
But,
good. The last part of
But
it.
again, it's just like, why is this long? It's almost like he's just like, I don't care about the audience, and that's okay. Like, you know, he's Scorsese; he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But as a guy who loves his movies, like, yo, Marty, like, give me a break, man. Just put an intermission in there, cut it in half.
It's
Tarantino
rough.
does it.
Yeah, Tarantino. Yeah, he did it for Hateful Eight.
Yeah, it was great. It's like, great. I can go to the bathroom, get
Yeah.
some more popcorn.
Tarantino. So he wrote another script about Brad Pitt's character from Once Upon a Time in
Oh, he
Hollywood.
did?
and David Fincher is directing it.
Oh wow, I love that.
Yeah. So
What's his name? I don't know. I love that Hawaiian shirt he's got though. I think everybody does.
Cliff Booth.
Cliff Booth.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a continuation.
When
and
he fights Bruce Lee and just like picks him up and throws him by the leg
against
the car.
I feel like the movie is gonna be more of stuff like that. Like
he like allegedly killed his wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like with that spear gun on that boat.
there's a novelization of the book, and it delves a little deeper into it. And
Oh, really?
In the book, it's like, yeah, he killed his wife. And he also was like a decorated World War II
Yeah.
veteran that killed a bunch of people. And his dog, like, doesn't even go. This is how deep Tarantino goes. But it spends a whole chapter talking about his dog and how he had her in dog fights and
Oh,
made a
wow.
bunch of money off of that. And he's
That's how he
like,
bought that trailer and makes his mac and cheese.
Exactly. But the movie is going to be him being like a studio fixer in the 70s for celebrities whenever they
Oh.
do fucked up shit.
Is Brad Pitt going to be in it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm a big Brad Pitt fan.
Yeah.
Anything he's in, I'll watch.
Yeah. I wanted to see that movie.
Not
F1.
because he's really handsome, which he is, because he's a good actor.
He is very handsome, and he's also a great actor. But yeah, it'll be really good. I think it's called The Continuing Adventures of Cliff Booth, and it's only.
cool.
I think it's only going to be on Netflix, which is a shame because I would go see that movie opening night in the theater.
Like movies has changed so much though. Like you can't make any money on the theater anymore, even if you have like a good. Like, only like basically kids movies and like these Marvel movies do well.
Yeah.
Do you see that? It's not a good example, but that latest Western by Kevin Costner.
Oh yeah, he.
Horrible. It's so bad. But like I heard
didn't
Kevin
see it.
Costner sold his ranch in like Wyoming or something.
Because he was in a massive divorce.
I think he used that. It was like $70 million to executive produce this like epic trilogy, and like another like 2.5 hours into the movie, they're introducing new characters. I'm like, when is this gonna end? Sure enough, it's like 9 hours. It's 3-hour things that are coming out, and that was in theaters for like a week. And he spent all this money bringing it to the box office, and then it went straight to Netflix or streaming right after that. So even if your movie is like trash, which I'm not saying that's trash, but like it wasn't that enjoyable, like it's hard to make any money, especially if you drop all your ranch millions into into what your passion project is. But whatever.
I
Kevin
think he
Costner
also
can do whatever he
quit
wants.
Yellowstone for that, which
Yeah, he has a beef with that Tyler Sheridan. I think.
Taylor
Sheridan.
Sheridan, yeah. Dude, Taylor Sheridan is a rich motherfucker. He has
those shows
like
are good. 9
shows. Did you see Landman?
No, I've heard a
With
lot about that.
Billy
though.
Bob Thornton, excellent.
I love Billy Bob.
He's so good. He's playing Billy Bob in the show. Like he's doing what
I
he
watched
does.
1923. I like that.
Yeah.
spin-off. Then there's like 18 something. There's like again a lot of like spin-offs of Yellowstone, but it all makes sense. It's like people just got out there. That's why you gotta respect people in the West. Someone made it out there and they survived. They didn't die. They didn't get killed. No one took their ranch. It's still fucked up that they stole.
It's
from
a
other
hard,
people, but
a hard life. That's what those
Man,
shows
like, these are survivors.
are. Like when they show the old West days, how difficult it was. It's like you break your leg and you're just out there dead.
I wouldn't survive, man. I need like allergy medicine every day of the year. Like I'm soft. Like I would get thrown out. I'd probably make it to like this part of the country, like Tennessee, and just die.
Did you see the Sylvester Stallone show?
People like that, I've heard.
Oh, dude, okay. So I like it. The first season is when Taylor Sheridan was still kind of running things, and like Terrence Winter, who was a writer on The Sopranos.
Oh, okay.
He did the first season. But at a certain point, like the second season, it's like Taylor Sheridan just was like, Sly, you do it yourself. And it's all very Sylvester Stallone, dude. It's just like him walking down a hallway looking badass for like 5 seconds and riffing with people.
I am smiling because like the Rocky, not even, what is it, there's 6 of them with Creed now. There's like 9 or whatever. Like the Rocky saga, I love it. I love them all. I'm just really like impressed by Stallone writing and directing that. Have you seen the Stallone documentary on Netflix?
No.
It's great because like he's just like, I was just living in Hell's Kitchen, thinking about making a movie. No one wanted me to do it, so I just did it anyway. You know that famous scene in Rocky 1 when he's running through like the market in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Those are real reactions from real people. Those aren't
No
acting because the budget was so low that he's just like, I'm gonna run through this area, and they're all like, what is he doing? But anyway, like, and then like it's awesome because like they premiered it and everyone was trashing it, and then like people are cheering at the end for Rocky because Rocky's the best, and like So anyway,
It's an American story.
It's awesome. I love them all. Well, 6 is really bad, but I like most all of them. And the Creeds are just as good. Michael B. Jordan's
I haven't seen any of the Creed
Michael B.
movies.
Jordan's fantastic, and like the stories are really good. But yeah, I can go on for Rocky for a while.
Yeah, it's definitely a classic. But yeah, if you like Sylvester Stallone at all, you should watch that show. It's funny, just because they said the 3rd season just came out, and I watched the first episode, and it sets up the whole 1st season in the first 3 minutes of the show before the credits even roll. You know exactly what's gonna happen, and there's of course the B stories and stuff like that, but everything involving him is set up right from
in the
jump.
doc too, they also touch on Rambo, which he also wrote. So Rocky, Stallone knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's like, yo, I've done this a few times.
Well,
and he did there's that other action movie, Expendables or something.
The Expendables.
Is that what it's called? It's just like Jason Statham and all these action guys. That was him too. That was wildly successful. This dude has done it a lot. You gotta give him his dap. Be like, yo, maybe we should listen to Stallone. He knows what he's doing. It doesn't appear that brilliant, but he has that creative eye to and knows how to sell stuff.
Yeah, he seems like a total meathead, but I respect it.
Well, that's what he said. In the doc too, he's like, yeah, if you're writing a screenplay, you just gotta talk about what's gonna happen. Maybe one day you wake up and then you put your shirt on, and then you go get the newspaper and you come back. That's good, because that means you're moving the story through. Wow, that's actually really good advice. You don't have to get back the creative thing. You don't have to be super metaphoric.
It doesn't have to be Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, just hey, this guy got up and went to the store today. That's a good start. And then he's like, yeah, that's all you need. It's I like that, Sly.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an American icon for sure.
Step by step, just figure it out.
That's what we're all doing,
Get
dude.
your ideas down on paper.
You wake up.
And maybe you got a Rocky one day.
Sometimes you got to work. You come home, you practice. You take off your shoes.
You think about not practicing. And then you're like, all right, I'll practice. And you're practicing this sucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it's just woodshedding. The work doesn't get any easier necessarily, but you find your flow.
Totally. And I think I take that back. I actually really enjoy practicing. But it took me, a handful of years to learn how to practice and enjoy it. And
what's your process?
Have a system. So I'm a jazz drummer by training. So I was taught the Alan Dawson method.
What's that?
Alan Dawson is the OG jazz educator, I think, on the planet. But he's based in Boston, so he mentored Tony Williams. If you were in Boston from I think the 60s up until the late 90s or 2000s, everyone, and you're serious about playing jazz drums, you got sent to Alan Dawson. I studied with a guy named Bob Galati, who studied with him as well. So he taught me that. And it's basically a system. So there's this book called Syncopation, which is if you know that book.
Syncopation for the Modern Drummer?
Ted Reed.
Yeah, I know it. I have it.
So you can do the entire method with syncopation or sets of syncopation sets. There's another guy who wrote a book called The New Breed. I think his name's Gary Chester. Similar model. But basically you take lines of syncopation notation and you zero in on what you want to get better at. So in jazz drumming, you have the ride pattern and the hi-hat, right? That's pretty straightforward. If you want to get nice at playing snare, do the ride and the hi-hat and then do syncopation sets with your left hand. Then do syncopation sets with your foot on the kick. Then do interplay between your snare and your foot. Then do on your hi-hat. Then do it on all three. Do that at fast, medium, slow tempos. You have this framework of being tortured, number one, because it's really hard to do, but also you have this way to get zeroed in on what you want to get better at. So my process is similar to that world of what do I need to get better at? Is my left hand bad? Is am I getting tired when I'm playing the piano? Am I when I'm soloing, something like that? I kind of zero in on what needs to be worked on, and I don't always use the syncopation set on the drums I do. But I kind of have that framework of zeroing in on what needs to happen and kind of focusing on that. We were talking about today, learning tunes, it's you have to zero in on the troublesome part. Is it a bar of 3 that's messing you up? All right, just repeat that over and over and over again until you get it. Take it really slow, then bring it up to combat speed we were talking about, and then go from there. So it's that, and then I just practice all the time. I play all the time. It's just who I am. So,
and you're married and you have kids as well. So it's
you
really have to
less excited when I play
Yeah.
than I am. No, it's yeah. But I do like drum pad on the couch every night. I've been doing that since I was a kid. Piano when I'm inspired. I like to still learn songs like jazz standards typically because I basically learn new chords doing that, and that typically becomes a song. Like all my songs, I can point back to like what inspired me to make it. And maybe
Your voicings are
stole a
very
couple chords
jazzy.
from people that I admire.
Yeah.
Which is I'm okay with that. So,
Dude, that syncopation for the modern drummer. Like I'm not a good reader by any stretch. Like you kind of saw the extent of my
I'm not
reading
either. Like
reading abilities today. I can
sight read on the drums, but not on the piano. It takes me a long time to put together.
I can get
harmonics
through it, but what I've been, the thing that I did, because I didn't know how to sight read until I came to Nashville, dude.
Yeah.
I always avoid. I could do it a little bit, but even like quarter notes, if it was a walking bass line, I couldn't do it. So I got that book, and I was like, well, what am I?
Syncopation?
Yeah,
Nice.
what am I
Dude, it
struggling
works.
with? As far as sight reading goes, and for me, it's always rhythms. So I'm like busting it back out.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
once it gets to the 16th notes, the dotted eighth notes, the
That's
tied
what,
16th.
That's what the new breed is like. Really more. It's a little more advanced syncopation. You can do it with the Ted Reed book, but like the Gary Chester, I think I'm saying the right guy's name. Like his shit is like 16th rests and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
when it's like pretty hard stuff to just like look at and do. But like once you get, it's the same system though. If you want to play like samba or you want to play like some fast Latin stuff or you want to play reggae, I use it for the Purdy Shuffle. I like dialed in that groove by doing syncopation sets, doing it slow, medium, and fast for years. And now it's kind of like second nature for me. But again, like it's everybody kind of figures it out themselves. But it's just been like what I've been taught. And I still have the original syncopation book that I was given when I was like 10. I started studying the drums. And like it's just like you just said, like my teacher would circle like beats 1 and 2. It's 4 notes. It's like a quarter note. Sorry, it's four. I guess what's the right way to say that? It's I look at it as like 4 compartments in 2 beats, split up between eighth notes. So it's like a quarter note, which takes up 2 spots, an eighth rest, and an eighth note. And he has it circled like that on the page. So if you look at it that way, and you always know where the downbeats are. That's what syncopation does a good job of as well. Is like there's quarter note downbeats on most lines, so that will give you a framework of like where you should be filling the 1, or like where the downbeat of 4 is, where that is, and then you kind of fill in. And again, it's hard. Like Galati taught me this Alan Dawson stuff. He splits it up, even though it's all just like basically duple meter, half notes and quarter notes. Eighth notes and quarter notes. He split it up to be triplets too. So he's like, just put a third note in there. In your mind, so instead of playing like 1 and, it's da da da, and it just drives you nuts. But
Yeah,
it's super interesting, and again, it is limitless what you can do with this. It's just with these 8 syncopation sets.
When you get into the zone doing something like that too, where you're very focused on one little thing like that, I can feel my brain. It's like working out. It's like lifting weights, where you feel the mental sweat.
And dude, it's supposed to be hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
when you practice,
yeah,
absolutely.
Like, again, like playing music or just being an artist in general, like should be hard. I think.
Yeah.
And, like it's a very endearing thing to like track your own progress. I used to not be able to do that, but now I can do that. Like,
Oh yeah, I keep a practice journal.
there are some like guys that do like syncopation while saying the alphabet backwards.
Damn.
Like just to like work on, I don't know, like thinking while you're playing, or like you're not even singing. Maybe I don't know if this guy's a vocalist, but like stuff like that just like really challenges you mentally.
I feel like that
Like, I sometimes can't
prevents dementia.
Yeah, it's like doing a crossword puzzle or something. I don't know, because I sometimes can't even speak when I'm playing because I'm just so focused and whatever, and like maybe I should like to say my ABCs backwards while I'm practicing more.
Yeah. There's that, like the Ted Reed book. I'll have to check out that other one that you mentioned, because I'm always looking to get better. But the thing is, I just never use sight reading in Nashville, because we were talking about the Nashville number system.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
people just shout numbers at you, and you're like, huh? What?
I'm still figuring it out too.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have to go all the way through, but basically it's all major keys, right? And when you're in a minor key, it's the 6.
Well, okay. This is what's controversial about this. Some
I'm
people,
an East Coaster, not a national person. But I want to learn.
Some of the people, they want to do so, like if you're in the key of C major, but it's a song that's in A minor, you're supposed to, and let's say it starts on A minor, they'll say it starts on the 6 because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there's other people like me and all my buddies when we talk about whatever the key is. So same example. If it was the key of A minor is the one in my opinion.
Right. That makes sense to me. The other version,
I think that version is stupid.
I'm
like,
not.
I
It's
agree
not
with
that,
that.
I just don't know. It just seems, again, it's not that complicated, but like it would make more sense to me. To be like, yeah, we're in B flat. B flat's the one
Yeah, because it's like if you're like, oh yeah, this is the key of
versus the 7.
A minor. It's not like you're gonna call a tune and be
Flat
like,
7.
this is a tune that's in C major. If it's in A minor,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like if it's actual like a bluesy
But, like,
vamp.
you know, I'd be really curious to hear where that came from because I'm sure it works.
It was
for
in
people.
Nashville
so, like,
session players back in the day.
They just made it up and it works for them. So,
Yeah.
like, that's great.
Yeah, it's a working musician's way to be able to fill in the gap.
Hey, man, if you're working down here, you're doing something right. So I'm sure it works.
You went to Roberts last night.
Awesome, yes.
What was
Love
the
Roberts.
experience like there?
It was great. I love it there, man. I've only been to Broadway a few times. I've been to a handful of honky tonks. Roberts is the one I would go back to in a heartbeat just because the music's so good.
Yeah.
Like Hank Williams-y type country. Other places is not necessarily my vibe. But that's okay. But it was fun, man. Everyone's just, partying and meeting people and being nice, and it was fun.
For the most part.
For the most part. I just really like the music, and watching the cats play is just incredible. Because like I was telling you, they started at 10. I left at like 12:30. They didn't take a break. They probably played 40 songs, like all just like one after the other. No one took a break. It's the endurance of doing that as a working musician is not easy to do.
Is there?
So I just respect those guys so much. They're up there.
What's it like in New York for stuff like that? Like, are there 4-hour gigs?
Yeah, there's typically less money. It's like $50 for an hour or for 4. There isn't like a Broadway type area. I guess you'd say like Bleecker Street and like the West Village is like the most similar.
Is it more jazz?
No, it's more like touristy. It's kind of like top 40 like wedding band stuff.
Yeah,
which is
okay.
again like you can get like a lot of working jobs doing that. Like the Red Lion comes to mind of like a place where. There used to be this place called Kenny's Castaways. Like I think it was Kenny Chesney's bar.
Yeah.
That went a long time ago. But like everyone like talked shit about the back line there because like everyone knew that like it was like trash. But maybe that's why the club doesn't exist. But like I feel like there's more touristy stuff like that in Manhattan and in New York versus like a Broadway strip.
Sure.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's probably the most touristy area. People go to see music. Like I've played at Groove a lot, which is around the corner from that in the West Village, and people from go down there to hear like funk and soul and stuff like that. So,
People come to Nashville for the music.
yeah. I mean, everybody I was there like mixing it up with last night. They're like, oh yeah, we were at what's that coffee shop place? The Bluebird Cafe. That's not a coffee shop.
Oh, Bluebird Cafe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're talking about that. Oh, we were there on Tuesday, and now we're here. We went to the Grand Ole Opry. It's like, that's great. It's a great city for music. I say this all the time. Like, the Northeast is just not like this.
Yeah.
Like, being a musician is like a respected thing in Nashville, which is like why I love coming here. In the Northeast, everyone's like, get out of my way. I don't care about your songs.
Yeah.
And I respect that, too, because, like, it's just a different vibe.
culture.
But again, like, being like a working class musician down here is like a respected thing. It's just not like that in the East Coast. And it's like horrible, but like it's just, not something that like a lot of like, I don't know, career pathing can do. Like education is like the path where I'm from.
Totally.
Like if you want to be a professional musician, that you're not, a rock star, like you're a teacher, and that's a great path too. But like, there's no like Broadway 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. kind of things, even in Manhattan. So
Yeah, it's a rarity. I feel lucky to be here every day.
New Orleans has stuff like that. Like there's gigs on Bourbon Street.
Yeah,
like, all
Bourbon
day
Street.
long.
I've never been there. I went I think
love it
once
there.
when I was a kid, but Austin is the other thing that I hear people kind of say is similar to Nashville.
Yeah, I spent more time in New Orleans than I have in Austin. But New Orleans is like life changing for me, dude. I love it down there. It's just the best. I'll just leave it at that. Like anybody who's been knows, it's just like so much fun. The music's so good, and it's so
The meters, dude.
so unique. The meters are like my Bible. Like, I
Yeah.
love those
Fuck yeah.
guys. Like, and just like the history and the like it's basically just like the origins of funk and soul, and early rock and roll, like Alan Toussaint and all these studios and stuff. It's just,
Do you know the Glenn Campbell song "Southern Nights"?
I do. I think that's an Alan Toussaint.
It is.
song.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to
I
say.
love that
yeah,
song.
it's a great song.
Alan Toussaint's got a lot of great songs that you wouldn't know that he wrote. Not because he's not well known, but I feel like other people have just made his music more popular for like our generation, I would say.
I always love that one song he does. That's a cover, the instrumental cover. That's at the end of Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh,
Cast Your Fate to the Wind.
yeah, that's a Vince Guaraldi song.
Yeah.
I love Vince Guaraldi.
Yeah, it's a classic track. Where can people find you at, Dan? How can they find your music?
You can find me on all streaming places. You can go to my Bandcamp. I have a small record label called Room Sound Records, which is where I release music under the Fundamental Sounds, my other band, the Consecutives, which are I call us a modern funk band. And then I do a songwriting thing called the Century Band. That's like all my stuff. But you could find the Fundamental Sound on Instagram, Spotify, all those streaming places that, they say is there that I don't really listen to that much, but Apple Music and DistroKid tells me it's there. So I think it's there.
It's there. Well, dude, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Always
Of
a pleasure
course.
to be down here.
Well, let's play one more track. Again, we don't know which one it's going to be. But keep on dreaming. See you next week.